Listen up, you blundering fools. It's time for the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast. Get all the toy talk your evil hearts could desire from these nincompoops. Jason, Corey, Elgin, and Spooty.
Yo, Joe, and welcome to the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast, where a punk rock band of brothers get together to talk about one of our shared loves, toy collecting. We're here to celebrate how these little colorful pieces of plastic can transform you into a little kid again. If this is your first time listening to or watching us on YouTube, oh my gosh, thank you so much.
Where the hell have you been?
That's right. Yeah. So thank you so much for tuning in, giving us some of your time. We appreciate it. But you're going to learn soon enough that Spooty's an expert and the rest of us don't know shit.
Word.
Yeah.
Because I have the power of Google.
That's right.
Sitting
So
over there with his
the rest of us are
going
going to get stuff wrong all the time. It's going to happen. You'll see. So let's introduce the band, your fellow podcast co-hosts. On lead vocals and rhythm guitar, he's our real American hero. It's Corey Canny.
That's you. That's what you sound like.
And on vocals and lead guitar, a true master of the universe, the quiet one, Elgin Arney.
Yay. Me.
It's you, buddy.
It's me.
Way to be you.
How come rhythm vocals never caught on?
I don't understand.
You said it once.
Next up on the bass guitar, he's more than meets
fine.
the eye. He's our Transformers guy. It's Spooty.
Yeah.
Come on.
I got nothing.
Did you burn it all up on the last one? What happened? Where'd you
I was
go?
going to make fun of Corey,
Yeah.
but then Elgin came up.
Yeah.
But there's you.
Yeah.
So,
Well, on drums, it's me. I'm Jason. Hi.
see what I mean?
And I'm here
Yeah, I know.
to share my love of Transformers and all things
His
awesome.
voice just goes up, and then you.
No,
just
it doesn't. In this episode, we're tackling a dilemma that every collector faces. No, that's not it, Corey. What do you do with all those extra heads, hands, weapons, and
Oh,
accessories?
so we're not talking about chronic arm pain?
No,
Okay.
that come with our beloved action figures. Do you meticulously keep them in the original box, preserving their mint condition? Or perhaps you're the organized type, using baggies and labels to ensure easy access when the need arises.
You always bag it up.
Double bag sometimes.
Maybe you've experienced the chaos of letting them accumulate at the bottom of a tote, only to regret it later when the perfect pose calls for that one specific accessory. Discover how fellow collectors navigate the challenges of accessory and weapon storage in the world of toys. It's a dilemma, fellas, I'm telling you.
Not for me.
Elgin's going to take us on a tour of a store later, and it's going to be awesome. Thanks for doing that in
You're
the future.
welcome. Future me.
And we're also going to hear from you guys, Corey and Talking Toys,
Oh, yeah.
and how you
That's
handle
gonna
this problem. It's totally going to happen. Well, you can follow us on all the social media platforms, including Patreon, and all those links can be found at our website, cracktasticplastic.com. It's a neat little place. And while you're surfing the interwebs, be sure to stop by our sponsor, toyhacks.com, for all your retro label needs. They have an armory where you can get some toy-accurate 3D printed weaponry and tons of amazing sticker sets for your toys.
Yay.
Yeah, I know. There, my voice did it again, didn't it? Okay. We also have a monthly contest that Spooty's going to tell us all about.
Do it better than I did, though.
Yeah.
Last
'cause,
time.
You have to.
I could not do it and still do it better
That's
than you
probably
did last time.
less confusing.
Yes.
But this contest.
So there's a contest. It's a caption contest. Sometimes it's a draw of
Not
face
off to a great
contest.
start.
Sometimes it's other things.
We're just going to call it a contest.
Because we
it
have
changed.
problems focusing.
Yes.
And then so you will post it on the interwebs on our social medias.
Mm-hmm.
OnlyFans.
No,
I'm working on it still.
not real.
It's hard to get verified. If you're not
Shouldn't be a problem. But
If you're not a girl.
if you just want it to be only hands.
Oh. Moving on.
Contest, huh?
Are we done now?
Yes. No.
And then you do whatever that's
We
the
ask
thing
of
is.
you.
Yeah, whether it's a caption and it make it funny.
Cue cards. We
Um,
need cue cards.
Why
got
start
this.
now? We're like how many episodes in?
$79.
Yeah. And then you can win a coupon.
That's right. Thanks, Toy Hacks.
For Toy Hacks for $5.
Man, you guys think you'd have this by now, but it's great.
You know we purposely do this.
Oh, I know. Oh, yeah.
Hoping that you'd stop asking.
No.
Never gonna happen.
Nope.
Not until
we'll make
Toy
you pay
Hacks.
for it.
Not until Toy Hacks listens to one of these episodes and they're like, "Fuck that."
We must stop this madness now.
That's how they describe it? Oh, man.
Oh, Toy Hacks is awesome.
Yeah.
Our caption contest. That's
Our description of said caption contest, not great.
But right now, let's talk about what toys we picked up lately in a segment we call Thrill of the Hunt.
Listen up, you fools! If anyone knows more about searching for the most unique items in the world, it's me, Cobra Commander. In my reign as Cobra's leader, I have acquired countless items, but those meddling Joes have foiled my attempt at worldwide domination over and over again. But it's the thrill of the hunt that fuels my superb rule of Cobra. Pay attention to my loyal subordinates as they tell you of their latest exploits and acquisitions. It's the thrill of the hunt, Cobra!
All right, Corey Canny, kick us
Hey.
off.
All right.
Okay.
I'm going to start off with some die-cast. First of all is this really bitchin' Enterprise that I got. Hot Wheels Starship Enterprise. It's the Enterprise. It's cool. I like Star Trek. Next is I did a bad thing. I walked into Dollar Tree a couple weeks ago, and they had just opened up like 10 cases of Matchbox cars.
Oh, no, there went an hour.
Yeah, well, I dug through and I found, oh, hey, it's a Matchbox Super Chase. It's my first ever chase car that I've ever found. Whoa. Oh, hey, there's another one. Oh, hey, there's 9 more. I found 11 Super Chase cars. Now, normally I would get one for myself and maybe pick up one for, like, Russell and Eddie.
But the kid's got to go to college.
But the night before, I had bought a couple of M2 things that I didn't bring with me that were, like, really expensive. They're, like, $20 a piece. I was like, I'm going to buy all these Super Chases and sell them to pay for the shit I bought last night. So, anyway, yeah. So, like, the big difference is it says Super Chase on it, but they have, like, rubber wheels. Like, they call them real riders, but, yeah, like rubber tires and stuff instead of the plastic. But
so he's become the person he hates.
yeah, I have. But so I checked eBay first. I'm like, all right, how much are these selling for? They're selling for, like, about $25 shipped each.
Jesus.
Really?
Yeah.
For that dollar toy?
Yeah, $1.25, yeah. And so I was like, all right, well, I'm not going to be that scalper. I'm going to be the less offensive scalper, and I'm going to sell them for $15 a piece.
$24.99.
tank the market.
So I listed them all. I was like, you can have all of these for $90 shipped, or they're $15 a piece with $4 for shipping no matter what you buy. And then they were all sold within like 2 hours. I just kept getting messages. I'll take 2, I'll take 1. But, I mean, that's the thing. Like, people will pay that premium for them because they're not everywhere. And it's not like the going. It's the same as going and buying up the entire stock of like one figure and then scalping them all. But
You remember when Corey had a soul?
yeah, I used to.
It's gone now.
Remember that
then he got
episode about
bills to pay.
scalpers we
Yeah.
had? Do you remember
Yeah,
that?
there's a lot of
And I still hate
F-bombs
scalpers.
and Scalping.
I still hate scalpers. I justify it to myself by saying that I sold them for like
I think most
way
scalpers
less
than the other guy.
way less than they get them for on eBay. And
As long as
so
You're doing a
undercutting
service.
actual
You're doing a
scalpers.
service.
now the for some reason the Hot Wheels Super Treasure Hunts, because I have a couple of regular treasure hunts, but the Super Treasure Hunts, there's a Super Treasure Hunt version of this car, and it's like $60, and then there's another one that's like a pink Datsun wagon that's like over $100, like $130, $140 people are paying for that.
a dollar toy.
I know. It's stupid. The reason I brought these is because a lot of these Hot Wheels cars have Easter eggs, like little tiny details that you wouldn't notice unless you take it out of the package. Like if you look inside this one, I don't know, it probably won't show up on the camera, but there's little flip flops sitting on the floor of the back of it, which that's kind of cool. And then this one, there's a couple of dogs riding in the back.
It's not even close to the camera.
But this is this is from the Hot Wheels Drift series, which makes me think what fucking psychopath works at Mattel? It's I'm gonna put dogs in the back of a drift car. So there's a couple of little dogs in there.
That's cute.
That's really cute. Moving on to the toys that people actually give a shit about. So I got the you brought it a few weeks ago, the Soundwave Thunder Machine crossover.
Yes.
And I was like, you can open it? You're like, no, I'll just play with yours. So I decided I was just going to torture you and only bring a piece at a time. So here's Ravage, and you can deconstruct him if you want. And I brought for compare and contrast later whenever. This is the Ravage from my San Diego Comic-Con Starscream Sky Striker crossover. Nope, not Starscream. I said that wrong. It's from the Jetfire crossover. And this doesn't do anything except for his head moves. And that's it.
What
so
a great little model.
It looks
though.
awesome. And it's great for display. And he has a spiked leash that Baroness holds. And so it looks really cool like that.
Yeah, this looks awesome.
But yeah, the tape, it's the tape Ravage. It actually it's the best version of a transforming tape Ravage.
Do I have to wait till you have brought all the pieces before I ask you if you like the set?
No, did you watch my unboxing video? Because it's the best one ever.
Good.
I don't know. You may not have, but it's
too long.
I don't know. You never.
I don't
tell
mean the
us,
unboxing video is the best one ever. I mean this crossover, this Transformers crossover. No, the video sucked. But the set, it's absolutely hands down, pants down, whatever.
Yeah.
It's the best of the Transformers Joe crossover set. He's got the big back, like Megatron and Bumblebee do, but because of the way the cage is shaped on the Thunder Machine, it's a lot more contoured, and it makes a lot more sense instead of having this big back boob like Megatron has, or just the weird cage that you don't know what to do with on Bumblebee. Here he is in his cool robot form.
Robodog.
Yeah,
They do a hell of a lot better job with they did a hell of a lot better job with Ravage than they've ever done before with the transforming one, as far as I know. That Soundwave Thunder Machine is it's fucking awesome. I got another MOC. I brought my Gone Fishing last time, my Gone Fishing bazooka, and this time it's the 90s Battle Corps. This is the one that everyone calls racist cross country because he's got a Confederate flag on his back, which you obviously can't see when he's in the package. And so I kind of wonder, did anyone even know when they bought this that it was... Anyway, it was the 90s and no one cared. But there he is. There's the Blue Jeans cross country, who I don't know. I just he's such the version 2 of him is so much better than version 1, and I'm super excited to have that on card now. And I only paid $30 for it.
You're gonna leave those two on card?
Yeah, because I have Gone Fishing. I don't care whether I have him loose or not, and I have that one loose already, and I've been looking for a carded one, and so the bazooka and him, I got them both. I think the bazooka I got for $20, and that one I got for $30, and 25 to 30 is what bazooka normally is, but he's close to but depending on how good the card is, $70 to $90. And so I found him on a Facebook sale for $30, and I was like, oh sweet, yes. And then the last thing is probably the next to last thing is this sweet ass shirt that I got from Phil Swisher, I think is his name.
Bill Fisher.
Yes. Yep. Swill Fisher. Bill. Phil. Okay, Dr. Phil. It's not a doll, it's an action figure. Anyway, Bill sent us all some sweet T-shirts, and so thanks, Bill. No, the last thing is, so this is, so I moderate a Facebook group called G.I. Joes, and I'm also the group expert there, in case anyone cares. And so I asked them, like, we have like an admin chat, and I said, I got the absolute most rare, like the rarest G.I. Joe figure ever produced. Like, it's the rarest one. And then I was like, can you guess? And so they went back and forth and blah, blah, blah. Like, it went on for like several hours. And finally I dropped some hints. I'm like, all right, well, it's from like 1989-90 series. There was a Night Force version. And then one of them finally says, so here he is. This is Charbroil. That's his name. He is, in fact, not rare at all. So here's this one. This is my first one that I ever got. And this is the second one I ever got. And this is the one that's so rare. And the reason he's so rare is because his elbows are not cracked. And that's fucking impossible to find. Seriously, like, there is no other figure in the entire Joe universe. There's a couple of hairline cracks on the front of his joints. There's no other Joe in the entire universe, like Joe universe, that has like that's it's hard. There's not one that's harder to find without elbow cracks than him. And I don't know why, because like they use this brown plastic on other figures, but for some reason on this Charbroil figure, like his elbows, like it was bad enough that like back in the late '80s, when this guy came out, people were finding him in the package with his elbows already cracked, like when it was brand new. Not a lot, but it was happening, and like
Sure.
So to find that guy with no cracks is really, really, really rare. To find him for $10 like I did is even rarer, because people are selling them if like they'll sell an arm without an elbow crack for $25. So anyway, I got
It's
really
like
excited.
GPS,
So yeah.
but
Yeah, so like in that admin chat, one of them very jokingly said, "Oh, did you find a Charbroil with no elbow cracks?" And I was like, "That's it." And he's like, "Seriously?" I was joking. You really have a Charbroil with no elbow cracks? I was like,
it
"Yeah,
does exist.
yeah, I do. He does exist." So yeah, like this is,
Now stop touching it.
Yeah.
I know. This is
See, no cracks.
yeah. Well, see, and this one's in way better shape, so I got to take them apart and put the no cracks on this one. But like,
Little swapsies.
yeah, like this is genuinely.
That's
Just
when they're
don't
gonna
see
break.
it.
Even though he's so mass produced and so cheap, this is the rarest G.I. Joe that I own now.
Until it breaks.
Awesome.
Until it breaks. But for now,
That's cool.
I've held one. I never thought I'd ever hold one in my hand. I'd only ever
Sell that
seen.
son of a bitch now.
I know. No, I'd only ever seen one other one, and it was in a picture on Facebook. And the dude's like, Look what I got. I got a Charbroil with no elbow cracks. And people
Yeah,
are like,
right.
bullshit.
Photoshop.
So anyway, yeah, there you go.
Awesome. Elgin.
All right, I brought some Motu since I didn't last time. So
Yeah, we're like, who is this?
But
guy
yeah,
with
why
the
is he talking about Motu?
classifieds?
Anyway, these are all Masterverse figures that I'm going to be talking about here. The first one is I finally did open that He-Man from the movie, the 87 movie version He-Man.
Yay.
I put the other head sculpt on because the other one is dumb. So I put the alternate one on instead. It still doesn't look great, but it looks better than the one that had on it at first. He does come with quite a few accessories. This, like pretty much everything neck down is great. The sword, his gun, and other daggers and stuff looks great.
I totally had a girlfriend like that.
Yeah. I could put a little bag over his head or something maybe.
You
Just flip his
guys.
cape up.
It's not that bad.
Yeah, there you
There
go.
you go.
But all of his accessories and his armor and everything looks great. It's just a solid figure except for the head. So I need to find like one of the Dolph Lundgren looking custom heads and put that on there.
He looks like a
Yeah.
confused like secretary from the 80s. It just has that look. Like that's how you draw a confused secretary in a comic book.
What?
Yeah. Anyway, so that's He-Man. I don't know if I don't think they call him anything like
Dumbhead He-Man.
Galactic Rebel. I think is what the classics called him or something like that to separate him from it. I think they just call it He-Man on the box. I have Pighead. This is from the Rulers of the Sun. He's the villain in the Rulers of the Sun line. And he has quite a bit of accessory. He's got a shield and a mace. That's kind of
Talk about wonderful 90s colors.
Yeah.
Gosh.
And it's got yellows and pinks and
That's
purples
amazing.
and yeah. So he's the main antagonist for Sunman. And yeah, so it's created by Yadla Eason in the 80s for her son. And then they made
Pig vomit.
Yeah. So yeah, he's got a little snake that's like a little rubber snake guy as a friend. But yeah, all the colors basically, all the bright colors, which is great. Looks awesome. And I have a second version of Merman. The first one that they came out with was the version in Revelation after Skeletor was gone. So they do some flashbacks to when he's fighting Merman in one of the episodes, and they kind of show this version, which is him before, he gets
All scarred up.
yeah, because in the other figure he has a scar over his eye. He's got scars on his chest, and he comes with a different sword, like almost like a cutlass and like a spear.
Corncob
This
sword.
one comes more with the corn cob sword, or it's supposed to be a
Ribbed for her pleasure.
fish bone.
Oh, yes, that.
Oh, gotcha.
And he's got better armor, almost like a crab-like armor. And it's got some
Yeah.
texture on it too.
It's really cool.
And he doesn't have any scars or anything on him as well. And it's got different kind of shin tentacle
this guy.
boots and
that's
stuff.
neat.
Yeah, little accents on his shins as well. And so yeah, just basically version 2 of Merman. I think I talked about when I did the review of this that I wish they would have just had this one.
He's technically version 1,
Yeah,
but he
Right.
came out second.
yeah. I wish they just would have put this as a deluxe figure, get a second head sculpt with the scar.
Yeah.
You can still put the scars on him and then just cover it up with his armor. And you just take the armor off and the scars would be underneath. And then give him the other weapons as well.
Just the Masterverse part swap like origins. Can you pop his head off?
You can pop his head off and his hands. That's about it.
But okay.
I mean, if you use boiling water, you can do that and kind of get some. I've seen people do that where they've taken off feet.
But it's not part of the gimmick. Like
No,
origins.
it's
Okay.
more of they give extra hand sculpts and different heads.
That's cool.
Is the easiest thing to
Sure.
do. But you can take their feet off. Like I said, with boiling water, you can do a lot of magic with figures. Heat up those joints and kind of pop them off. I also have the Sorceress. She's got plenty of soft goods and soft goods cape. And looks very much like not only the vintage, but what she looked like in the show as well. It's just a very good replication of that, of the Sorceress.
So cool.
Kind of the OG Sorceress as well. Tila's
That's
mom.
awesome.
I guess if you want to think of it.
Spoilers.
That's from the last
I know.
season. If you haven't watched it by now, yeah. And that's even in the vintage. They
She's
talk
got her
about it.
ball cupping hand in right now.
Yeah,
I know this episode's going to come out a month after
right.
but today we're recording it. New second season came out.
Yeah,
Are you freaking pumped?
Master's Revolution comes out today. So first five episodes, the first season. Hopefully the second
you're
season.
gonna
Old
have to
news.
wait.
Old news.
6, 7 months, 8 months, who knows how long.
No, I mean you're gonna
Just
have
to
to wait
watch.
like a couple of days before
Oh,
you can
yeah.
actually
I'll
watch it.
probably
Are you
watch
gonna
it.
binge it tomorrow or?
I'll probably watch it Saturday or something with
Yeah.
Ethan, more likely. Anyway, that's the Sorceress. It looks great. It's got a lot of soft goods
Yeah.
and a lot of other stuff, but it looks very accurate to what the Sorceress would look like. And then I have I always want to call her Dreamweaver, but it's Shadow Weaver.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she's got some hair, probably dog hair on her.
Can't get it.
It's fine. Anyway, and she actually comes with a little stand. She was part of the Horde. She was the evil sorceress for Hordak, but she always wanted to try to take over.
Horco.
Yeah,
Orco.
Horko. Yeah. All right. Thanks. She comes with a little lollipop.
Scepter.
Oh yeah, and soft goods cape. Not a lot of articulation. So basically, her dress is kind of her legs. That's why they give her a little stand.
Is that
to-
lime
She's
or
floaty
green
like
apple?
Orco.
I don't know. I haven't tasted it yet.
Oh, gross.
It looks like green apple.
Yeah, it's a little sour. Anyway, she's like I said, part of the evil horde, and is kind of the evil sorceress
Corey's gonna look
for Hordak.
Look up her plunger. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Shadow Weaver, not Dream Weaver.
way different.
Yeah. Exactly. Copyright strike.
And we're off YouTube.
Yeah. And then there's Manny Faces.
Yay!
Um,
So many faces.
Yeah. Sometimes they just refer to him as Manny. Sometimes,
Manuel.
E Faces. Anyway, so he is in the original line as well. But his little laser gun is actually what you use to change his face. That'll turn.
Cool.
If I can get a turn.
Nut driver. Cool.
Yeah, because it's really hard to turn, and they actually built it into the gun. On the tip of the gun, you just stick it on top of his head and turn
Smart.
to make it a little easier on him. You can't actually swap out his faces because they gave you a case full of extra faces, which is
You can
nice.
pick your favorite 3.
Yeah. So what I have on there right now is the vintage faces, the human, the monster, and then the robot. They did change because this is a new Eternia version of him. They changed it. Originally he was an actor, and he would change his face to like be a different role. But they just made him like an adventurer, and like he somehow got all these faces like stuck to him. Or it's some weird backstory that they gave him instead of like him being an actor. In the case, you can stick it on his back as well. I can get it open here, but it's got 3 extra faces.
So many faces. Oh, that's cool.
And then you can just pop those off and then
There's a
stick
Guy
them on
Fawkes face in there.
there. Yeah, it looked like Zartan a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
And then like the other version of Zartan.
Or like Harvey Birdman.
And then there's a skull. Yeah.
A little bit.
But yeah, they gave him all these
That's great.
different faces, which once again leads to more of like he's
So
an
those
actor.
actually come out of there?
Yep.
And, okay, cool.
Yeah, you can pop
It's not
all
just
those out.
molded into the case. That's
yeah,
awesome.
you can pop all these faces out,
That's pretty sweet.
and they have little pegs in them. And you can just looks like a little skull
Oh,
on
that's
there.
so cool.
But yeah, it would make more sense that he has, an actor's case full of faces to different roles that he's playing, but they didn't go with that. And then that just sticks on his back. Like that. Or you can carry it.
I also like that they don't really do vac metal anymore, but this metallic paint is great.
Yes, it's really
It's really great.
And this coloring on many faces looks very vintage. Like it's very close to what the vintage figure looked like. Especially even the gun is like a larger version of the vintage gun, the same kind of shape and everything.
It's kind of hard to turn when his head's on, huh?
Yeah, that's why I used the gun.
Oh.
He wasn't listening
He wasn't
at
at
all.
all.
I wasn't. No.
For like 5
I
minutes,
was
he talked
busy.
about it straight. It was
I was busy
I know.
fucking off.
Yeah. And the last one I have is a Skeletor. This is the New Adventures Skeletor. New Adventures was the reboot of the show after the 80s. The Filmation version, they made what they call New Adventures of He-Man. It was set in the future, in outer space, so I just call him usually Space Skeletor.
Explain that helmet.
It's supposed to be like a space helmet, but it does come off.
Oh, good.
Okay. Oh,
know,
maybe put
Put it back.
oh, yeah.
Yeah, so, and he has got kind of like machine stuff. He has a soft goods cape, but he has like almost like machine like stuff on the molding in his.
Weird.
Yeah. So there's I have the New Adventures He-Man as well, and this is the New Adventures Skeletor. He looks weird. I don't have any of the New Adventures on because I don't like that line.
Most people don't.
Yeah, they're
I like that he has armor on his thighs, but he's not actually wearing pants.
yeah.
Like it's just
Yeah.
nailed on.
Yeah.
He's Borg.
Yeah. He
This
is
is
kind of
weird. I don't
But I
dislike it.
really like this version, this Masterverse version of the New Adventure, but I don't like any of the vintage
Right.
versions. This is so much better. Like they did, updating it and making it look a lot better. Plus articulation of it is.
Oh, I
much
really
better.
thought it was yellowing too.
No,
Just
they
kinda
just did some
inner thighs.
weird paint apps on it as well. I don't know. It's just
Oh
a
my God.
strange figure.
His head is so weird.
It's like cabbage with,
Yeah. It's awesome, though.
but also awesome. His Havoc staff's cool.
Yeah, that's very much like how it was on the show. The cartoon's strange as well. It came out in '89, I think.
Yeah,
So
30 points of articulation.
Yep. But yeah, that's
Space skeleton.
Space. I call them space skeleton. They don't. I mean, yeah, it's weird. It's just a weird thing, but
I can't wait till you start collecting the vintage.
it's. I think I'll pass on those. It's the one line I don't collect.
He was also
I've
never
heard
going to
that
get a Man at
before.
Arms.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
true.
All right.
All right, that's all I got.
Booty.
I have everything I have is knockoffs.
Yeah, look at that. It is.
So
Well,
this is a knockoff of an actually good space adventure.
Let's see what you
Star
did
Trek
there.
Next Generation. It's best. That Elgin got me for my birthday, which is
happy birthday.
already passed by the time this is.
Yeah. So
This is the Boba Fett like mech suit
mhm.
thing, which it doesn't actually say that anywhere on here.
It says Boba Fett mech right there, doesn't it?
Lego.
Well, it just says Boba Fett down here in the corner,
Oh.
but no, it does. Never mind.
I was like, I've
I'm-
seen it.
Yeah,
I'm looking at it right now.
What's Bubble Fett?
Boba Fett.
I think it's a type of tea.
Yeah.
Okay.
You put it in water and drink it.
Yeah.
That stuff's so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it is.
like it though.
Then I got this sweet Piranacon combiner.
No, it isn't.
And as I
It
pointed
is.
out earlier, it's in a pink box, so it's for girls.
Yeah, it's Piranha Connie.
Yeah.
I like it. Oh, it's so dumb and so. Well, those feet
it's
aren't
just
like.
a little bit. It's the same, pretty much the same shape.
Yeah.
So different
they're a little
and weird.
different.
I mean, it's cool as hell. I need to get it
Yeah,
just because it's so
It's-
bizarre.
They're just a little bit smaller,
Just a
and
little
it doesn't actually come with the hands.
weird.
Just
That's
the way they have
optional.
it set up, because there's like 6 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah,
Six,
it's
checks out.
And so,
The math
so
checks
one
out.
of them on the original is just a gun.
Yeah.
But they have one of them. That one they have as an arm with the gun. Then yeah,
weird.
and then they have one just like attached to the back that never was there.
Huh.
In the original. I don't know if it
But
was
it's
passed around. Or
Beast
yeah.
Cool Team.
Pink box. Check it out. Timu.
Was that on Timu?
No.
Oh,
Oh.
I've seen
I
it
got
on
it on
Timu.
eBay.
Ah.
For, yeah.
Do you think the
Neat.
Timu one would be better?
It's a thing.
It's because, yeah, the box probably
And
be
then
better
and then I
shape.
got this other knockoff Devastator, which is
He's tired.
He's
He's
laying
laying
down
He's
'cause
laying
he's-
down.
so huge.
he's big and it went to fall over.
He's big
My
and you didn't want
goodness.
Corey to knock him over, is
Yes.
what you were going to
By
say.
hitting the table.
Yeah.
Appreciate you sparing my feelings.
We'll just,
No problem.
Oh gosh,
he's all right leaning forward a little bit.
dude, he's awesome.
Yeah.
His mouth's open.
His fingers are a little loose, which
But
is
articulated,
okay.
all yeah.
Articulated, and he was like $50.
Bad.
I mean, I someone else had already bought it, and it was used, and then yeah, and it actually came with the weapons for the little dudes too. But
That's pretty
Which are
badass.
setting at home still.
So the Combiner Wars one's probably a little taller, but the detail in this and it's nuts.
yeah, this
Yeah,
is
the
way
detail
more
in its nuts is
detailed.
awesome.
He's like on his rib. There is.
This one is
Like
way
a
more
ladder
detailed
thing.
than the
Yeah.
Combiner Wars.
It's cool.
They're also much harder
butt
to
looks
transform.
great.
I was gonna ask how the individual robots were.
Difficult, some
Good.
of them,
Nice.
and better. And I like that Long Haul is not just completely like twice the size of the rest of them. He's
Mhm.
pretty proportional. When they look,
How do those and those forearms looks like they
They're like their own kind of like little trailer sort of things.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like you have like you'd see like
on the
construction
work
company,
site.
like work site, like generators.
Okay.
Stuff
Okay.
like that.
They don't attach to any of the vehicles, but
No, and the hands actually like fold inside of them and stuff. So.
That's cool.
Interesting.
And they got it says like missiles and stuff on the
third
side.
party
Yeah.
knockoff.
And there's like the clear plastic orange everywhere, and they all have like
nice
orange eyes with like light piping and stuff, which is very nice.
Cool.
Not super happy with this actual Devastator head.
I was gonna ask. It felt weird.
It's got like the wings that flip back, but don't.
But yeah, I was like,
Very
do they need
prominent
to come
upper
out?
teeth too.
Yeah.
I like your impression. That's
Kind of what he looks like.
It's worth tuning into YouTube just to see that.
Before he gets knocked over again.
Yeah. Good night, Devastator. Cool, Spoot. All eBay.
Yeah.
You and that eBay, I swear. It's awesome. All right, well, I will start with G1 thing. When we went to TFCon, I saw this guy at like everybody's booth, and they wanted $50 for it, and I kept offering 40, and no one would go down. No one would go down.
Dumb.
I know, for this stupid little toy. It's landfill. And
It's so lame. Like, duh.
and so I had this like $40 bar in my head. I'm like, I want to. And then so Spooty sent me a link on eBay of the Target Masters, and the Target Masters alone, by themselves, go
Usually they go 15 to 20 a piece.
a piece.
Nice.
And so I got both of the Target Masters for $15.
Nice.
Because what's it? Make an offer?
Yeah.
That's good. And then the landfill himself, I got it for $10.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Those are
F
pretty
you,
good
other
stickers.
vendors. But yeah, I'm really happy with him. He's got a neat transformation too. All the stickers are in pretty great shape, and
When did you go to TFCon?
that was last
October.
Last
Like just this
last.
past? Oh, so
yeah.
22.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, because like everything, like prices have been dropping on practically everything across the board. So like,
Yeah.
it wouldn't surprise me to see him now at TFCon for $25 or $30. That's what I was looking for.
I got a
bitch.
couple
No,
Zombots.
he would still be 50, 60 with the Target Masters.
Well, with the Target Masters, yeah, I guess.
Not just I had these before Corey gave me those other ones, but I was like, I want to be cool like Corey and do Hot Wheels.
Yeah, those are newer than the ones I gave you.
And well, they're robots that are
Yeah.
cars, and they all stand up. And I'm like, that would be kind of cool to build a little army of these Zombots. And there's a ton of different styles of them over the years. And
Yeah, no idea why they're called Zombots. Like, it sounds like zombie,
Yeah.
but they're, I don't know. I don't get it.
They're supposed to be like Zoom bots. And
Maybe.
but
Maybe
they're not.
someone spelled it wrong. It was lost
Could
in
be.
translation in Thailand.
or maybe there was already a Zoom
And I was
bot.
I'm like,
Maybe.
I'm at Corner Collectibles, and I look down. There's a bucket that are like 3 for $1, and I'm like,
Nice.
fuck. And I got to dump that thing out. And then I found some of those and some other Transformer little guys, but
I think it's Zombo T.
nope. So this new video game's supposed to be coming out for Transformers called Reactivate, and they put out a couple 2-packs. I did a little video unboxing them, but I've never played any of the video games before, so I don't ever really have any. I just no pull for any of that stuff, and definitely for a game that's not even come out yet, I'm not going to play it or anything. So I was like, I don't know, but then they just looked cool, and so there's 4 of them. Here's Optimus Prime. He's really neat. He came with Soundwave, and so there's like a bigger and a little smaller, like a Voyager and a deluxe size. But there's Bumblebee. And one of
This open.
no, it actually doesn't. And one of the really neat things about these, and then I got Starscream, is that there's asymmetrical paint jobs on them. Like that's not a normal thing, and it's really cool. I'm interested to see. Spooty wants Optimus. You can't, Optimus has blowed me away with this transformation. It was so cool and fun.
Yeah.
So definitely,
He's
give
got a
that
neck.
go. Yeah, and his little cannon moves up and down, which is neat.
I was talking about Optimus has a neck. Like, he has a real, like, bodybuilder neck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really great toys. I was really surprised with them. So, I mean, I hope the video game actually comes out. It's a thing with some
Is it
Transformer
still in
games.
process, or-
Yeah. But the toys are really great. I liked them. I got, I was on YouTube watching somebody's videos, and I saw somebody do this one. I'm like, holy shit! I didn't even know this came out. It's a toy line from the back in the day that I'm not interested in collecting any of, but I think they're cool as shit.
Yet.
That's, I suppose. And then so Marvel Legends put out Crystar, and it's a series of toys. I don't know if you've seen any of the stuff about Crystar, but
I have not.
they're all translucent toys. I never watched the cartoon, and I don't know a lot about them, but I fucking think it's cool as hell, and translucent toys is really cool, and I'm like,
Might have to steal those.
yeah, I know you'd like it, and they're out. They're just out right now, so
Sweet.
$24.99 or whatever, but so yeah, just to have since I'm not going to collect the line, but Crystar himself's cool. I'm like, I'm just going to get this and just let that be my connection, and until I'm at a toy store and then there's a loose one there for $5, I'll be like, shit, I'll get it. And then speaking of translucent toys, I got this bad boy here is a BotCon exclusive. There's 6 versions of this mold, and this is the rare last one that I was needing to collect my mold line of the Classics Mirage toy. And this is an all translucent Mirage.
Cool.
Fucking beautiful and cool, and
Sometimes it pays off to have somebody that's looking at eBay.
yes, I'm glad you're on there, because I'd stopped looking for this guy, because easily minimum $100 with his gun. This guy didn't have his little gun, and so but for $30,
Oh.
I'll definitely live without that gun. You know,
How much is the gun?
It's rare enough that
Is it the
$70
$70 of that $100?
well, it's just not available.
Okay.
It's not something that exists as a thing that people sell, because it's not that it's rare,
Because they don't split it up.
but no, huh?
So
the dude lost it.
he lost
and-
it, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I did talk to Turnip. He says they do some translucent 3D printing stuff,
It's a vacuum cleaner.
but
Anyway,
I haven't been able to find the file yet for the gun. But if I ever do,
He
make
feels really
Turnip.
fragile. I'm giving him.
Yeah,
back
I
to
would.
you.
Stop vacuuming. them
So
while
that-
it's able.
yeah, I'll stop using him to sweep the.
My favorite current toy line is I just love it so much. It's the retro reissue of the G1 Transformers. This is the newest one. All the old ones had these wonderfully painted full box covers, no windows or anything, just basically of the '86 movie. But then it's the 40th year, happy celebration, happy 40th year Transformers, and they changed the box, which I'm sure is going to make box collectors super unhappy. But
Sure.
but they went to this retro style with the grid. This is Blaster and Steeljaw.
Pretty awesome.
This is so vintagey looking. I'm having a really hard time, guys, opening it,
Probably shouldn't.
because I've opened all the other ones, and I have them all together on my shelf. But gosh,
But
but
this
look
has a
at this.
window.
Look at this
Buy
package.
another one.
You're right, Corey. You're right. I said that to Michelle, and she just
Fucking whiny.
rolled her eyes so hard.
Just
I would leave this one in the box.
It looks so cool. But I already have the last
Oh, well, then
reissue.
just
still
open
if
on
it's
it up
not
then,
coming
jeez.
out,
I will.
if
but-
it's not coming out of her Valentine's Day present budget, then fuck her. Buy another one.
I'm gonna open it probably, but it's been difficult. The other ones were easy. I know, and then there's a Soundwave that should be coming out any day now too.
Put it right next to it,
I
both in
know,
boxes,
I
with
know.
windows.
You're right. I need to.
Yeah, you should buy 2 of the Soundwave and buy another blaster.
And then the last G one I'm going to talk about is one of my last holy grails, guys. I did it. I found it. The patience paid off. This finish doesn't quite finish. I still got 2 more to go to finish my 1986 line, but this was a big one. The Titan himself.
Big, heavy one.
He's not that Titan-y, but we got Triptychon, G1 Triptychon. This is the...
This is motorized, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't have batteries in them at the moment.
Dumb.
But he's a reissue, the platinum version, and the only big difference is that his eyes were a gold foil on the original, and these are just a yellow flat. But like whatever.
So you go to Hobby Lobby and buy a gold paint pen and just
I don't even care. He's fucking brand new. Like I waited and found him sealed in a box and got him for a great deal compared to what he goes for, and just the patience paid off.
So when did this one come out?
Oh shite! In the 2000s.
Okay. So it's still an old toy. It's not.
Yeah, it's not. It's not the other day. It's been a while, but still halfway to the old original, and so I can't believe I got him, and he's great. And actually, this is a perfect segue to get into our topic.
Okay.
Why?
I couldn't bring the box because it wouldn't fit into the frame, but so in the box, so his base mode when he turns into a base.
Does this transform?
Yes.
Oh, it doesn't look like it would because of all of the moving, motorized stuff.
Right. This is the robot mode.
Base mode's actually kind of cool.
Base mode's cool as shit because it's motorized. There's guns and satellites that turn around and things, and there's ramps, and it connects to other.
It's like a track.
It's very spread out.
It's big. It's awesome, and it's neat that it's motorized, and but that means it comes with a lot of extra parts.
Sure.
And which is one of the reasons I was just wanted
20 of them
because he was a grail for me. He's a toy I never even touched as a kid until just this year. I wanted it complete. I was like, if I'm going to get it and do it, I want to experience it.
Did you say 86?
Yes.
Okay.
And so in this particular box, I don't know about the G1. I assume it's styrofoam, and things probably can all be pulled out. But this platinum box, a lot of the pieces are individually molded into the box.
Okay.
And so I'll probably take them all out, but then I'm like, but at the same time, this is how he'll be displayed. Do I leave these accessories in the box?
I don't know if they're molded in there.
Plan on keeping the box.
Which I plan on keeping the box. It's a big, beautiful box.
Are they just going to come out of that box and go into a completely different box?
Right. What do you do?
So
leave them.
The upside to his parts is most of them actually turn into something else too. There's a cannon tank thing that.
Right. But I want to get them all out of this box because I want to play with it in base mode at least one time.
Sure.
But then
is it going to hurt the box to take them out? You said they're molded into
not
the box.
the box. I'll just have to cut them out and there's a lift section in the box, and then up on it are molded plastic that's glued around.
Oh, I
so
see.
Into sections. So I'd have to cut the
So
little humps
is
out like bubbles.
Is the back side of that like this, or is it like this? Is it?
It's the
gloss.
Okay, because
but
if
I
it was
could probably come from under and cut it out. But
I was gonna say if it was like this, you can use fingernail polish remover and it'll soften the glue and pop off without scarring the. Front,
it's not that important. But then it's okay. I want to take them out eventually. Then, I feel like when I was younger, and I know this for a fact, a lot of my toys, if they had a lot of extra guns and things, I'd leave them in the box. And to this day, I know I have toys that the guns are in the box, in another box, in an attic somewhere, and I'm like, they're safe there. I know they're there.
Sure.
Whose attic?
Mike's.
Oh,
No,
okay.
I don't have an attic. My best friend in the whole world. Please don't move. And Yeah, so I'm just in a pickle at a moment. Or like this Crystar, he came with a couple sets of hands. Maybe or just some fists, I think, and then these hold stuff. And like so now I have 2 hands sitting on my desk, and I'm like, because I might want to pose them with the. I'm like, God damn it, what do I do? What do you guys do with yours? I mean, and so I have like you have over here. What do you call that? A compartment?
You can get it in the fishing supply.
Yeah.
It's like a tackle box, basically.
I got like 3 of them giant ones. I keep one for guns. I keep one for missiles. Separated by color. It's madness. And then
this is one I have for all of my wrestlers for the
one for just blast effects.
Yeah, 5.5 inch for the WWE tourney and for the WWE superstars because they're all the same scale. So this basically I have a compartment for hands and for weapons and glasses and other stuff like that.
Yep.
You can get these at Walmart this is Ozark Trails version, which is like the Walmart brand, for $5 or less.
But I notice inside there they are loose.
Yes.
And they are not.
But they don't spill out into the other compartments.
Sure.
But the hands aren't categorized. Like,
No.
these go to this character.
I don't. Yeah.
Care.
I don't. Yeah. They have hands on them already, and it's pretty easy to find the one that matches the skin type. It's not. To me, it's not that big of a deal. I have it with my Motu stuff. Yeah.
I'm trying to get there.
Yeah, with my Motu stuff, I have a box like this for Masterverse. There's just a bunch of hands and heads in one, and weapons. I try to keep like swords together and staffs and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's better than. And I still use a lot of plastic bags.
Yeah.
Like I have Ziploc bags full of weapons or soft goods or larger stuff that won't fit in these boxes, but it's like an accessory, blast effects or whatever else.
Mm-hmm.
So I still use that too. It's just this is a little easier when I want to do a picture with something, and so I can pull that out and be like, okay, well I need to swap this with this, and then it's done. It's all together at least. At least it's together somewhat. Yeah,
I really want to get there with blast effects because I don't think it matters at the end. But right now each toy doesn't just come with one. They normally come with 2 or 3 or 4 or more. And so I still baggy each one of those sets and write who it came with on it. And so that baggie and all those baggies are in those compartments. I'm like, gosh dang it. Is it too
you can get the little like tool trays as well. They sell some of those. It might be a little easier as well.
I use. Okay, well, first of all, if it came in a box and I'm not displaying it, then it stays in the box it came in. Like, but I think I don't have a lot of stuff that comes in boxes because most of my stuff is vintage stuff. But like the O-ring 2-packs that Hasbro put out a couple years ago with like Duke and Cobra Commander and Snake Eyes Storm Shadow packs. Those came with like the accessories, like they had like the accessories when they were like new vintage whatever, like Duke had a pair of binoculars and a helmet and a gun and a backpack. So that's what he's displayed with. And then also in the box, there's like a separate box that's like a whole bunch of extra accessories that didn't come with him for God knows what reason. And that stuff just all stayed wrapped in the tissue paper and inside the box because I kept the box. But for everything else, it's sort of a mix and mash of like, I've got this one Tupperware drawer thing that's just got a bunch of shit in it. And there's like a bunch of scattered accessories in the bottom of that, but I know what they all go to. But
and
for
you
the
can
most
remember
part,
and keep it straight.
Yeah,
so far.
But most of my stuff, I found drawer 48 drawer organizers at Harbor Freight.
Yeah. Usually use it for like tool stuff.
Yeah, and like people use them for organizing screws and shit like that.
Yeah,
but
drill
the
bits and
drawers
whatnot.
are like slightly bigger than this little protector case that I brought my rare Charbroil figures in. So like they're like pretty much the exact like perfect size for holding a G.I. Joe figure and all of its weapons in that one drawer.
Yeah.
And then if the figure is out displayed, then I have 2 of those. And then there's like in the bottom of it, it's got one wide drawer, and that's where I keep like all my file cards and stuff and all the paper stuff. But yeah, they used to be like $15, and I think they've gone up to $20 now. But for something that's like got like the perfect size drawer for a G.I. Joe figure with all of its accessories, $20 to be able to store almost 50 of them, for me, I think that's like for whatever's not displayed, which nothing right now, but like, yeah, that's where most of my stuff is. But then, yeah, I have that one drawer that's just got like a bunch of junk. But that's like the stuff that's in there, like the junk that's in there, is not like, it's just extra stuff. It doesn't go to anything that I have. So it's just parts that I have. Like if I get a figure that's missing a thing, then hey, I have the thing. So
I know when I was starting out with the McFarlane Movie Maniacs, they'd come with a bunch of accessories. Like Leatherface had a bucket with some severed heads and a sledgehammer, and I would, and all the Movie Maniacs, they had little stands behind them, and all those things I would just pile at his feet when they were on display. Just kind of keep it with the figure,
Right.
and that works most of the time, but that's how you lose shit.
yeah.
And you move, you change, you're like, I think back, I'm like, what was you doing? Why didn't you just baggy that up or something? But
Yeah, most of my Joe stuff, I don't display them with their weapons or accessories. It's all, because they're all displayed, like, when I have them on display, they're all, like, displayed around a vehicle or something, and so I just don't have any other accessories displayed with them.
man, I thought, like, Transformers guns all look the same, but Joe guns, they are all the same, right? They're the same gun. When I look at them, I'm just like, how the fuck can you tell any of these apart?
Well, like,
God
when
dang.
it gets really confusing
So
is, like,
small.
like, there's 5 different versions of the same Uzi, and one of them has, like the little sight thing on top is rounded versus still rounded, but not quite as. And then it's like, this one's black, but this one's charcoal gray. And you can't tell unless it's laying on something that's also charcoal gray, and you can't see the other one. And, like, it's stuff like that. Like, there's, like, people are always there's this figure Shockwave, and there's the Night Force version of him. Like, his gun is, his handgun is, like, it's kind of expensive. And there's another one that looks exactly like it, but it's got like a different pockmark on the side, and so that's how you tell them apart. So all the time I see it online. Like, is this Night Force? Did I just get a bunch of money? No, it's not. It's from like '93, and it sucks. So anyway, it can be hard to tell if you don't know what you're looking at. But I mean, no, they're not. Like, there's like a huge. Like, yeah, if some of the older stuff, yes, there are things that are really similar, but for the most part, they all had their own individual, separate, different shaped weapons.
I just take all my accessories and just throw it in a pile in the corner.
Don't say
Right
that.
after I tear the box open.
Yeah. And then the cat shits on them, and eventually you suck them up with a vacuum on purpose.
But I know we've all probably done it at least
reasonable.
once when we're moving our collection, and
Sucked it up with the
we
vacuum.
don't individually bag everything, and we do get to put them back up, and we get to the bottom of that tote, and I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, that's never happened to me.
It's happened to me, definitely, so many times. I'd be like, Spooty, come over. We got to figure out whose fucking guns, whose. I don't know.
Yeah. Elgin just skipped right ahead to the end of that process by just putting everything into what might as well be the bottom of a tote, but it's got dividers.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a good thing, right? We like these ultimates that come with 3 heads and 4 guns and 12 hands and all that. Like, that's a cool thing.
I mean, there's a section with all heads. I mean, they're pretty easy to tell apart that they're heads.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it depends on what you're doing with them. Like for Elgin, he does a lot of photography, so like,
I just need to have them.
Having the option.
I need to have an area where there's all heads, so I can just open it up. I can open one of those cases up, take out the head.
Yeah.
It's right there. Take out a hand sculpt. It's right there. Yeah. Take out a weapon. It's right there, in one section. I don't need
What if you grab the wrong weapon?
Who cares?
God damn it! It's important.
With my stuff, I've already posted the original opening of it with that.
And you're doing a lot of kit bashing.
Yeah, and when I go back, I usually pick, especially with Masterverse, there's a lot of He-Man swords that look similar.
Yeah.
Because they basically made the same ones. There's some that are slightly different that are come with different versions, like the Battle Armor one and some other ones. So when I do a later picture of something, I just pick whatever the best looking sword is.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, well, this one looks the best anyway. It doesn't really matter because I just need a sword for something that I'm doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm not trying to recreate the same figure. I'm just sorry. I'm just posting it for. It's usually a video of something, like when I did like He-Man riding on that dragon, that Dungeons and Dragons dragon. I wanted him to have a sword, so I just went back and like, what's the best looking sword?
What's the most Dungeons and Dragons looking sword?
It was just like, what's the best looking one? This one. Okay, you're not going to see it anyway because it's a video and it's on 2.5 speed. So
see, like a couple episodes ago, I brought all of my my retro but modern Joe figures from like 2018 or whatever that I had finally opened. Like, all of those came with so many figures. Or so many accessories, and I was just like, I don't want all this shit. Like, there's just so much extra crap. Like, they're never like, what is the point of like this one figure having a bazooka and a rifle and like a mortar and a backpack and like a pistol and a knife and just like all this stuff that this guy will never be able to carry. So like, what is
so
the
you
point
baggy it up and you label it and you
no,
put
I dumped it all into one little box and I closed it and it's on my. It's like all of because it's not vintage, so it doesn't matter. Like all of that stuff got thrown into a box because I thought, well, maybe I'll use it in like a diorama.
Remember when Corey had a
someday.
soul?
Yeah, you think you know somebody.
All the vintage stuff is with the vintage stuff, but all that modern crap that's just like extra junk that I didn't want in the first place, like. It's all in one box, and if I really need to figure out what goes with whom, I will Google it.
And then 3 hours later, you're like, I think I found it.
No,
it's like that's time
because it's all it's a small box like this, and it's all like that's what that box is designated specifically for the stuff that came out of those figures packages, so. It won't take that long to figure out like what goes where.
I know, but I also know some collectors that are like so super meticulous. Everything's in a baggie that's labeled. They open their desk drawer and it's just lined up with baggies and labels, and it's like
those people are psychotic.
This sounds so comforting to me.
They're like
so
that.
amazing.
They're like that. They're like that dude that holds the Guinness World Record for eating the most Big Macs.
Dude, it sounds...
He like kept the papers and he kept the boxes and he kept the receipts and he's got it categorized. Like he knows which Big Mac he ate at noon on which day 30 years ago. And
sounds comforting.
34,000 Big Macs later.
When they switched from full lettuce to shred.
Yeah. He probably knows the exact day and time when that happened.
Hashtag life goals is all I'm saying. Spoody, what do you do for real?
He eats 34,000 Big Macs.
You have a shit ton of toys with a shit ton of accessories that I know are in the bottom of a tote, but what do you aspire to do? What happens over there, Spoody Land?
That's a great question, Jason. So moving on.
I mean, lately I haven't been getting rid of any of the boxes, and I've been just...
All right.
So after I, play with them for a little bit, I put them back in the box with their stuff, so I haven't, but I'm still in the process of moving, and I tried to bag up everything. I didn't necessarily label it, but it was with the figure, so
Sure.
just so they didn't fall apart. But
So which gun goes with which guy?
yeah,
Helpful later.
but there's still like random shit in the bottom of some of the totes that were just on the shelf because I didn't know where they went in the before, and I hadn't spent the time to figure them out because I've never had all of them out. So
Yeah.
Yeah, see, like, if/when I ever actually opened any of the figures that came with, like, the Transformer crossovers or my Sky Striker, like, if I ever open any of the Sky Striker figures, like, all those accessories will just go right into the Sky Striker box. And they'll just live in there because
Live in the box.
that stuff I won't display it with that stuff because it is going to
Yep.
get lost.
Yep.
But it'll be in the Sky Striker box, and I know that it's there, and it goes with the figures that came with that.
Yep.
And like that's where the card backs will go. Like it'll all get stored in
Yep.
that box.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So that I know what it goes to, because it's not vintage stuff, and I'm not going to have that stuff in the organizers.
I say all this, and like, I also really have a good time getting to the bottom of that tote and just spending hours on Transformer Land, just figuring out who gets whose shit. You buy a
shout out
tote
to
of
Transformer Land.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
the greatest
Doing
resource
most
on
of
the
the
internet.
It's a pretty good resource.
Not just
for-
Transformers.
Yeah,
It's-
for hunting down weapons and stuff. Like the only one that is pretty
For that
comparable.
Tiny Optimus Prime that I had last time.
yeah.
There's for like Joe's. There's and every Joe collector in the world knows about yojo.com. But
Never
they
heard
have a section called Hoobit WHOBIT. If you just Google Yojo Hoobit, then they have everything categorized by color, type, and like year. And so like you just go to gray and then handgun, and then it'll just pop up with every single gray whatever accessory, and then you can scroll through and find the one. Oh, it matches this. Okay, cool. And then you can click on it, and it'll show every figure that particular accessory came with, and that's kind of awesome.
That is awesome.
But yeah, I mean, Transformer Land is freaking great, and also, really good deals a lot of times on stuff. Like I mean, I bought a complete Spirit with like he had his Eagle Freedom dude with its claws, like pretty good blue, all the accessories, and I got it for like $15, and that's usually about a $60 figure. And so some of his stuff is priced kind of market, but a lot of times you can find really, really good deals on there.
I don't want to gripe, but you've been on Transformer Land way longer than me. But it feels like in the last year there's been a lot more. I felt like the toys were complete. And over the last year I see a lot more loose, broken stuff on there. And it's like...
I don't see that a
sad to
lot
me.
with the Joe stuff.
Okay.
I say
Um,
hello with Mo too.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, guys.
I mean, there is that stuff, but it's also priced accordingly. Like there's so
it
it's
is.
all
Yeah.
like this is $2 because it's missing everything and it's
Mhm,
common. Like, but like complete figures are starting out at around the $20 mark, and that's pretty reasonable for a lot of
Yeah.
stuff. And there are other things that are more expensive, but also like the more expensive you get, the nicer it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I like that site a lot, and I've gotten several things from there that have been fantastic deals.
It's a cool place. Well, I know.
I just use Pixel Dan's book.
Ah, yes. What a resource for you. Gosh, dang it.
Yeah, that's an awesome book.
I definitely am excited to hear what all you guys do with your accessories and guns and stuff. But first, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to hear from this nice lady all about our podcast network, the PFPN. Check it out.
You're listening to the Prescribed Films Podcast Network, home to hundreds of hours of free podcast entertainment. The shows on this network all have a common goal, providing you with the best discussions about movies and other forms of entertainment media. The PFPN hopes to fill your earholes with audio joy. Visit our website with links to all the other amazing shows at www.thepfpn.com. Thanks for listening.
All right, we're back, and now it's time for Elgin to take us on a store tour.
Take that. Oh, hey there. Today's store we're going to is called Retro Junk. It's at 757 Main Street, Manchester, Connecticut. It's located in the Manchester Mall Shopping Center. Has a bunch of Transformers, G.I. Joe, NES, SNES games, and other gaming consoles, Motu, etc. And did you know that the E.E. Hilliard Company, Woolen Mills, founded in 1780, is the oldest woolen mill site in the country? And that's located in Manchester, Connecticut. This was recommended by Corey. I think he sent a message to say, hey, check out this store. So I did. It's called Retro Junk.
I'm always going to read it as Manchester.
Manchester.
Sounds cool.
Yeah. At 757 Main Street, Manchester, Connecticut.
All right, well, thank you, Elgin. Now it's time to move on and hear from you guys. Here's Corey with Talking Toys.
All right, I'm just going to jump right in with it. Jeremy Sample, he says, I don't have piles, so I Googled piles, and it's just another name for hemorrhoids, so congratulations, Jeremy.
Lucky.
Yeah, I know. So, no, Jeremy doesn't have piles, and it's true. We've all been into his man cave basement collection room, and it's awesome, and he does have totes. Eddie says, I try to keep as many accessories with the figure on display, but when I can't, usually put them in a baggie marked with who they go with and put them in a box. So, hey, there's what Eddie does.
Yay,
Whoops.
Eddie.
Wrong thing. Russell Borgomenario II, he says, I have a Transformers lunchbox for all my extra Transformers parts and directions. Nice. So you keeping shit in a vintage lunchbox. That's
it did start with like a toolbox,
Yeah.
like a little plastic one, and then I ran out of room, and then had to get
I got
more, and then more.
a Transformers lunchbox full of instruction booklets I got
Nice.
from Eddie, but I still have too many, so that's all in a tote.
I have a bunch of lunchboxes. Like, yeah, I have.
Do you?
Yeah, I got a couple of Joe lunchboxes. I have a McDonald's one. I have.
I got a bunch too.
I
got
think
probably
I
8 or
have
9 or 10 of them.
maybe a He-Man one. Yeah, like just random lunchboxes. And then there's the one that the Pops came in.
Yep.
Over on what I'm assuming by my screenshot here is the Instantgrams verse. We've got the Collecting Brothers says, we're doing a stream next week about organizing accessories. Excited for this one. Gonna tune in for sure. Well, you're not gonna learn anything.
I want to hear theirs though too.
Whoops. What? Oh crap. Oh no. Fail.
Fortunately,
Fail.
We'll do it
Toy.
before.
Yeah, sorry, I accidentally made my picture go away. Let's see. Toys, tapes, trash. Okay, got it. Toys, tapes, and trash says, I trade them off for parts I need. I find the last few years people are hoarding them, though. It's a lot tougher to find people who want to trade than it used to be. I've done a couple of trades. I did one online, and it worked out fine, but it also made me kind of nervous, because, like, what if I send the stuff and the dude's just like, haha, got you.
Right.
So anyway, over
We
on
have their address.
yeah, that's true. Over on the Twitterverse, we got Erod. Oh yeah, we do. He's at EvilBob55. He says, my son and I collect WWE Elite figures. We have an art storage shelf from Michaels. We keep all the extra hands, heads, and accessories. No way to tell whose hands are whose anymore unless there's a unique design. Definitely has become overwhelming. Love the show. Hey, thanks, Erod.
Thanks.
And finally, I said
Michael's is like a Hobby Lobby.
Yeah,
For those who don't know.
Yeah, it's like It's like Hobby Lobby. It's like what it's what Target is to Walmart.
Yeah, kind of.
And then finally, in the last episode, I said I would shout out the dude that made the accessories that I got for my bats, the Shockwave accessory, and he also has a bunch of fucking cool head sculpts. He's doing Megatron and Optimus Prime, so I'm gonna be looking for some.
Send me links when it comes up.
Yeah, I'm gonna be looking for some bats to customize to make Optimus and Megatron bats, because like I've only ever seen one set for sale on eBay, and it's over $300 for the set. And then he also has a Soundwave cannon attachment that he's done, and just like a ton of different heads. He's got He-Man and Skeletor, and just tons and tons of stuff. He's got like the power, like the He-Man's power sword attachment for a bat, just like
Cool.
And anyway, his name's Jason Holland, and he's got some pretty bitchin' stuff. So and you can find him on like several of the G.I. Joe Facebook groups and stuff, and hit him up. And yeah, I think I paid like $5 for that accessory, and then whatever. Well, yeah, for the two, because they had the middle finger one also, and he sent me two of each, and it cost me like $15 shipped for all of it, I think. So anyway, yeah, that's it. That's all I got for Talcon Toys.
It did remind me from one of your Talking Toys is that one of my. It's rare. It doesn't happen at every toy show, but it is so special when there are vendors selling loose accessories.
Yeah.
Why doesn't that happen more?
Well, and we run across that in stores too. No,
Sometimes
I don't sell
at stores,
accessories. Like it's
we
very
always
rare.
ask.
Like Rob sells like at Peddler's Post. He'll sell accessories. That's awesome of him.
He'll just let you dig through the tote.
That's all you want.
Just go.
He'll let us dig through the tote.
That's true.
I don't know.
Go ahead and dig through it. I'm not even going to watch you to make sure you're not stealing shit. Like, it's a great store. And we only ran across like maybe 2 or 3 total stores last time we were on tour that actually would sell accessories.
Because, I mean, I get it, like Kokomo, where it's only complete.
Yeah.
And that's badass. So you know their back room is like heaven full of accessories. They're hoarding like assholes.
And then you walk into the toy pit, and it's just not anymore, but like old toy pit was a complete shit show, and you walk up with this accessory you found, it's like, oh, thanks, and he just puts it in a box behind you.
Dick.
Thanks for finding that for me. I didn't find it for you. I found it for me. Give me a price.
So yeah, super special at shows and toy stores where they actually just have that tote or drawer or something they let you go through. It's so great. It just doesn't happen enough. I wish it would.
What was the store that we went to on tour that had the Power Master Prime head that you gave me?
The store where you guys sat on the floor and dug through totes for 2 hours? That store was awesome.
Oh, man. It's a K instead of a C. And it's, oh, man.
Something plastic.
House of Plastic.
House of Plastic, yep. House of Plastic.
That dude's awesome. So before we go today, definitely want to give you a quick reminder that if you like the show and you want to help support us and help us out, tell your friends. We really appreciate it. Share our posts, whatever you can. Leave reviews, comments. We love all of that. We love talking toys with you.
And send us presents. Hashtag
right.
Be Like Bill.
Be like
Sorry, Larry.
Bill. Sorry,
it's been
Larry.
a while.
Your time's over. And and if you if you want to do a little bit more, head over to patreon.com/cracktasticplastic. There's a couple tiers. You can give whatever you want, but there's some perks that will be fun for you, I promise. And one of those is getting your name shouted out on the show. I'm going to let Elgin read these names today because everyone really loves his sultry voice. So I thought I'd let...
do it with like a little bit of gravel in your throat.
But I tried to give him a little warning there, so...
For our first Patreon is Tony Miller.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah.
The second one, Chris Turnip Simmons.
I'd eat that with some salt.
The third,
Gross.
Peter Glinsman.
I don't know how to eat turnips.
I know. Clearly.
And then we have Alex LaForest and Bill Fisher and Michelle Pizzulo.
What is happening here?
Yeah, I don't know.
So gross.
I don't want to do anything weird about my
You
shit.
told him
Thank
to
you. I
do
appreciate it. No, I didn't say that. I just said read it.
I did.
All right, that's it. We're getting out of here. I'm pushing the button.
You know how he is.
Which button are you pushing?
That
Oh,
one.
I wanted to push it.
Well, I got to go organize some accessories. I'm putting hands. I'm labeling shit, Elgin. Don't just. How do you do it?
Labeled hands.
Oh
I
my
mean,
gosh! All right,
what's
I'm
wrong?
gonna
with
wave goodbye with this
You
hand.
put one letter on each.
See ya.
Thank you for listening to the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast. But not so fast, my foul fiends. Don't forget to follow these fools on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And visit cracktasticplastic.com. I'll be back.